Well, tonight the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says 2 serial bank robbers are off the streets. They're accused of robbing 4 area banks since the start of the year. Connor Preston and Lindsay Leonard are in jail. There have been 6 bank robberies so far this year.
That's right. And so you're looking at the locations of the 6 banks and credit unions targeted by these crooks allegedly so far this year. And here is a map. Let's take that, showing the locations of those bank robberies. You see spread out right there. The first robbery on the South Bank, January 16th, then several others on the west side. The latest one taking place at the Fifth Third Bank just yesterday on Beach Boulevard. And that is where we find First Coast News anchor Jeff Vallon, who has the latest.
And good afternoon, Heather and Anthony. When we knocked on the door of suspect Connor Preston's listed address in Jacksonville, it turned out that we weren't just asking questions of the family member who answered the door. We were breaking the news to him. Now, the first robbery in which Preston happened January 31st, just about to the day when that family member says he arrived from South Florida with his girlfriend, by the way. And it all ended yesterday about 40 minutes after Preston's 4th suspected robbery at this bank when an officer pulled them over on I-Town westbound.
Saw that vehicle driving, conducted a traffic stop, and our 2 suspects were inside.
The suspects, 29-year-old Connor Preston and 26-year-old Lindsay Leonard, a family member of Preston who lives at this home on Tyndale Drive but declined to speak on camera, says the couple, only together a few months, had arrived at the end of January so Preston could begin turning his life around after prison time in South Florida. Police say instead Preston turned 4 bank robberies, January 31st at the TD Bank on San Juan Avenue, February 9th at Regents Bank on Roosevelt Boulevard, the 15th at Wells Fargo on Blanding Boulevard, and Wednesday at Fifth Third on Beach Boulevard, at least some with help from Leonard.
And when the female suspect was interviewed, a large amount of money was located on her.
Not the only evidence, according to JSO.
She confessed to the robbery that she committed, but however, she was with him during some of the other robberies. So she has 2 charges of armed robbery and he has 4 charges of armed robbery.
And now both possibly facing lengthy prison time.
Because if you drive someone to commit an armed robbery, just because you don't go in doesn't mean you're not going to be charged as well.
Police are still looking for this woman as a suspect in a holdup Monday at the Alive Credit Union on Lenox Avenue. That robbery appears unconnected. Now, Preston has done about 4 years of prison time since 2013 for convictions including fraud, grand theft, and dealing stolen property. Both he and Leonard are being held without bond. We're told she is originally from New Jersey, and that family member says he believes she might be pregnant. He shook his head, saying Preston had great potential that he, quote, completely and utterly squandered. Live at the Fifth Third branch on Beach Boulevard, Jeff Vallon, First Coast News on your side.